Girl Shawynagraham, and welcome back to another episode of Yellowcouchtalk. Today we have a special guest. It's Reem Loke. It's Reem. It's Cream. It's my little brother, and he is the very first guest on Yellowcouchtalk. So actually, I'm going to start the podcast. So I'm going to do an intro again. Hey guys, it's your girl Shawynagraham, and welcome back to another episode of Yellowcouchtalk. Today we have a special guest. It's my brother Reem. We're gonna pour us some drinks. I got some 1800 black cherry margarita mix. It's like really hot in my apartment, so if you hear background noise, it's probably the fan, but it's hot, so we'll have to deal with it. All right. So Reem, tell me about yourself. Who are you?
Man, it's Kareem O'Shea Malik Reed.
Oh, don't tell everybody your government.
Don't know me like that. Nobody even knew that was my actual real name.
Yeah, your name's not just Kareem, it's what?
Kareem O'Shea.
Kareem
That's
O'Shea.
my first name.
Yeah, and mom got that from
What was that from?
Ice Cube. Yeah. So yeah, Kareem O'Shea. Our mom literally was trying to go with K names. So like her first 3 kids are K's, and her middle 2 kids are R's, and her last kid is a K as well. So it's a lot of K's. Yeah. All right. So what do you do?
Well, I'm 23 years old.
You can look in the camera. You can talk to me. Like, just feel comfortable.
I work for my uncle. My uncle got a cleaning business. Him and his wife. It's with his wife's name, called Christina's Clean Dream. Clean, I think, yeah. And I just don't like working for nobody else. Like, I like working family-wise and starting on our own business, doing all that. Like, because you can do it yourself. You ain't got to worry about getting nobody else's money. If you know what I mean. Like, you ain't got to work for nobody else. Doing something you don't want to do.
Exactly. So wait, let me ask you the first question, and it's basically, what are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about everything. Like, I take everything for granted.
You said you take everything for granted?
Yeah.
Really? You think that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, let's
Why
ask the
do you
next
think that?
question. I don't know. I don't feel like you take things for granted at all. I don't know. I don't see that in you. But I was gonna ask, what inspires you, or is there a certain person who inspires you?
See, the way that I am not inspired by nobody, no football team, no favorite rapper, no favorite TV show, TV artist. I like doing me. Like, you know how everybody gonna be like, what's your favorite team? Steelers, Panthers. I be like, I ain't got one, but I still watch football.
Yeah. You just like the sport, so you're not really like, oh.
Yeah, so I'm really not. I don't really look up to nobody, like, especially even in a male type of way. Like, I never had a father figure, I never had a man to show me nothing in life. If I look up to anybody, it's gonna be my mom, for real.
So it's crazy because on my very first episode, I asked myself this question, and I said, basically, my answer was, my younger self inspires me. Because it's like how we grew up, and like us not having a lot of shit or just having hard times. It's like that inspired me to work as hard as I am trying to work, or get to where I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people, they do have people they look up to, or that inspire them to like be who they want to be. But it's like, if you do not want it and you don't inspire yourself, then you just get lost in the sauce, man.
You gotta fully be that one. You gotta like want to be that person. Like, I don't want to be like nobody.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, they idolize these celebrities, and it's like, at the end of the day, the only really difference is they just have way more money than you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're like,
that's all fame is.
Yeah.
People only got fans because of money. People, like, it's not what you're doing, because your best friend could be out there playing football, but you're not freaking giving him the love that you would give Cam Newton or somebody.
Yeah. of people do that. They'll go and spend, like, just say, for example, like, I don't want to use the wrong person. I'm about to use like a big celebrity, but I'm trying to use somebody. I can't think of who I want to say. Okay, LeBron. Just say LeBron. Like, even with Space Jam, like, you're gonna go see that movie because LeBron's in it. Even that movie, like, in my opinion, it wasn't as good as the first one, obviously, but it's because LeBron's in it. We're gonna go see it. And a lot of people be like, "Oh, Kareem made a movie, but I don't know, that nigga ain't nobody. I'm about to go watch that movie." That's how we are. That's really how we are. But my next question is, what do you want to? Wait, hold on. What do you want to? Okay, what do you want your legacy to be? So when you die, what do you want to be remembered as? Like,
I want to be remembered as everything I tell everybody now. I tell everybody I can do anything. I could cut hair, tattoo, I could draw, I could go fix your car, I could go paint your house, I could go put some shingles on your crib, I could go do it all. Like,
a jack of all trades.
yeah, and that's why when I die, they ain't gonna be like, oh, that boy was a sick tattoo artist. Be like, well, that dude was good at everything. Like, if we had anything wrong, we call Kareem. Like, come fix it, come do this, come do that. Like,
Got it.
that's why I feel like I got a lot of Sean in me, my uncle, because he do a lot of everything too. Like,
He's a hustler, man. A real like, even Sean's our uncle, and like our 17-year-old brother, he spends a lot of time around our uncle. And literally, our little brother is wanting to start his own business. He's like making flyers. You know, he asked me to make him a Facebook. He's 17, and it's like him being around my uncle in this short a bit of time.
Him to want to make his own business.
Yeah, at 17, like that's amazing, because a lot of us, we wait so long. You're like, oh, I gotta go to college first before I start a business. I gotta do this before I can start a business. Like,
you think you gotta have your GED and all that. Like, you can start your business. It depends, because you might need your GED for a certain type of thing, like doctors and all that. But a lot of people's not trying to be that no more. A lot of people's doing stuff where you don't even need to go to school at all, like no school time.
that's because we live in a world full of social media. So it's literally like, it's so easy to make money off of just like being famous on TikTok or being famous on YouTube. It's like everybody wants to do that now because they're like, oh, it's easy. But it's really not easy. It's really not easy. There's a lot of work people put in behind the scenes.
Management and all that.
Like, yeah, you might get one video to pop off, but after that, you gotta keep coming up with videos and content to make sure keep your hype up.
I seen this one video of this couple. They made a little video and they got popping off of it, and then they made another video like to their fans, like, we trying to figure out what to do now, so because we gotta keep this going now. Like, we got a fan base we just made off of this one video. Now we trying, y'all gotta tell us what to do.
What y'all want to see us do it? Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think I mentioned this in another episode that, like, when Will Smith, like, smacked Chris Rock, like, a lot of people are so invested in social media and what goes on with celebrities. Me, I could care less. Like, I do not care.
I couldn't care less too, but I do talk about it. But inside, it's like, it's just, if they're gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it with it.
Like, there's so many other important things going on in the world that like, I feel like social media is a great way to distract us from what's really going on. Like, y'all realize gas is almost $5, like, and we're still making the same amount of money. Like, okay, but y'all want to worry about who just had a kid and what celebrity did this and who bought who a car. Like, okay.
You're never gonna meet, and if you meet them, you ain't gonna have a genuine conversation with them. You're gonna have a quick 10-second picture.
Yep.
You ain't never gonna be able to see them again. And that's what these people be wanting. They want a conversation probably out of these famous people that they not gonna get. They want that life.
They want, they do.
Like, I couldn't care about fame. I don't even like fame. I don't like nobody looking at me in general.
Oh, don't look at you.
That many people just start making me nervous.
Yeah, because people are rude too. Like, literally, like, just imagine you being a celebrity and people can comment on their pictures like "die," like "I hate you," and like you see that, and that can affect you mentally. That's why I feel like a lot of celebrities, they like turn to drugs. Not that saying that's a good way to cope. They turn to drugs. They freaking even commit suicide sometimes because it's just a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot to take, but you don't even know what they really going through inside.
Yeah.
A lot of even people, like, I'll never down a celebrity because a lot of people that's rich and famous, that got a story behind them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll never down nobody, but there is some people that just like, you just popped off and now you rich and stingy off of one little thing. Like, now you want to act all big and bougie now. Like, you wasn't like that. You ain't acting how you used to act. Like, people have to change up as soon as they make it, all that.
Whatever, that's them. Okay, another question I have. These are all kind of like going in a certain order, but this one's like, what is one thing you want to do before you die? Like, you think about it like a lot. Like, oh, I want to either it could be traveling or like starting a business or doing something. Is there something that you think about often?
My only thing that goes through my mind before I die is making sure my family's just straight. Like, that's the only thing I ever think about. Like, I always want to make sure my family's straight. Like, whether that's my girlfriend and my daughter or my mom, brothers and sisters, I just want to make sure everybody's straight. Like,
All right, and then another question is, do you have a certain goal? And it could be like, what to say for this year? Do you have a certain goal you want to accomplish?
I just moved into the first apartment. A little goal, but I want to.
That's a big goal. That's a big goal, man. You should be proud of yourself.
But I want to really like move into a house. That's really my goal, is to live in a house. Like,
You want to buy one?
Yeah, I want to buy a house. Like, I was just talking with my girlfriend, and I was like telling her, like, once our like lease is coming to the end, like, we gotta boss up and like make sure we got money to go, like, and get better. Like,
Yeah.
we want to level up
Build.
every time.
Yeah.
So that's just my goal for this year, for the end of this year, is to get a house. Not even just a house to like pay mortgage in, just straight up. Because that's going, I don't even think I want to be living in Ohio for
The rest of your life. Yeah, Ohio is not really like, that's not where it's at.
But just a house.
Yeah. I feel it. Okay. Let's see. You have okay, this is a weird question, right? Because a lot of people, I was gonna say, do you have a dream job? So when I was younger, I always knew I wanted to be like a cook, right? And that was my dream job. But I feel like as I got older, like even now, I go to work every day and it's like, I get to the point where I just want to quit my job because, I just do stuff so they can fire me. Like, I'll show up late on purpose because I want them to fire me because I wanted to push me to get my shit together, like be more focused on my own business, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't have a dream job to work for somebody else. I do have a dream of my own. So how do you feel about that?
It's the same way for me. I never think I even wanted to have a dream job working for somebody else either. Like, I think my biggest thing I wanted to do as a full thing, like, was tattooing. Probably that's always was something I was on my mind. I was like, I'm gonna always just be, that's gonna be my main thing, like tattooing. Like, I'm gonna do a lot of things, but that's just gonna be the main thing. That's gonna be the main money coming in.
Yeah.
But I'm still iffy on that too, because I always tell myself, like, I don't know if I want to do that in the long run. I'm gonna do it, but I don't know if I want to like that be the main thing. Like, that's why I think I am just gonna stick to doing anything, like anything that can bring money in. I'm gonna be able to do it. Like,
That's crazy because I feel like we have that in common. Even his girlfriend, we all are like so talented. We have like all these things that we're good at, right? And it kind of confuses you because I feel like you're like, oh, I want to do this, and that. Sometimes you definitely just have to, because that's my problem. I want to do so much with my life that it's like every 2 years I feel like I have a new career because I just want to live my life. I don't want to be like die and be like, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to. So it's like, yeah, I did this job, I did that job, because it's about experiencing it. So yeah. So I forgot where I was going with that. Oh no, because sometimes it is hard. Like when you love to do so many things, it's like, oh yeah, you like tattoo, you can draw, you can do this, you can even landscaping, you're good at that. So it's like you just gotta find sometimes that one thing. Like I had a dream about my business. This is how I knew that this is what I needed to do in my life. Because I love I always loved diners, and I always wanted a diner. But then, like, as the years progressed, I started to realize I love, like, cafe vibes. You know, I love coffee. I always have my coffee. I love tea. Yeah, so I would serve, like, little pastries, maybe even, like, soups and salads. But, like, I literally would sleep. This is, like, a couple months ago, and I woke up. But I remember when I was sleeping, like, I was walking into a building, and it was called True's Cafe, which is, like, what I want to name my business. And literally it was like, you know, I obviously love my grass wall, but it was grass wall all on one side, and then it had pink, like, what do they call it, like booths. So it was like pink, I don't know why, but I just visualized it, and it had on the other side, it had the whole cafe. And I was like, I woke up and I'm like feeling ambitious, like I gotta get this, how do I get a building tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's crazy, because it's like, I mean, I'm 25, I'll be 26, and I feel like a lot of people make it seem like you have to go to college, graduate, and get by a certain age.
That's crazy, because me and my uncle and Rondell, my little brother, we were just in the car coming from a building, and Rondell was talking about, he always talking about movies, like that's his thing, movies. And Sean's like, yeah, you should think about, me and Sean's like, yeah, you should think about getting a movie theater, like buying a movie theater. This boy's gonna say, that's impossible, and just something like that. And me and Sean's like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, boy, like, you don't know how easy it is until you go and try to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's like buying a building is the same to buying a crib. Like, once you get it, you paint it off, that's you. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Next question. All right, let's dive into more about your life growing up. So I wrote this question down because I was trying to find questions online, but I just came up with this one on my own because I was talking about it. My best friend was here yesterday, and we were talking about it a little bit. But the question is, would you say your life growing up was easy or hard?
I would say my life growing up was hard. I ain't gonna say it's easy, because easy is
Silver's cake. Yeah.
It's cake. It was definitely hard. It wasn't the hardest, but it was hard. Like,
Yeah.
being bullied, being insecure in myself, and that's why all that made me who I am today. Like, it changed me all. Like,
Do you ever think that it affects you to this day? Like things you went through, like you'll be like, damn, like this happened to me, and it does it still affect you? It does.
my whole past affects me. Like, I said, the person I am too, I think every day of my past. Like, and I'm really emotional, and nobody know it because I don't like to show it.
You're a Taurus.
Yeah, I get real mad quick,
Mhm.
and I can get real sad quick too. Like, so like everything that I've been through in life, it all hurts me still. Like,
Yeah. See, I don't know, I keep bringing in my old podcast episodes, but it's like a lot of things that I talked about already. But my my second to last episode, I talked about like anxiety and depression. And basically, it's like in the Black community, a lot of like our parents, even like mom, like she would say like, don't cry, like you're not allowed, like don't cry. And I'd just be like, why can't I cry? You know, I want to cry. But like that's just, even like her parent, well not her parents, but her grandma who raised her, like we're just taught and conditioned to think that crying is weak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't blame our parents for telling us not to cry or to feel a certain way. It's just like that's what they were taught. So I feel like going into, okay, well I'm just gonna like go off into the next question. So yeah, we didn't just become a dad, but you're a dad, and I want to ask you how it changed you, or how it is being a dad, and something that you, since our life, obviously I'm your sister, so I know what we've been through, and we don't have to go into detail, but since your life was challenging or whatever the case was, what is something you wanted to do different when you're raising your daughter?
Raising my daughter, she's gonna have her own bank account from me and her mom. It's already been started. Like, that's one big thing.
She's
like,
5 months, right?
Yeah, she's 5 months, and I don't hate on it because it was different back then. Couldn't do the same thing you can do now. But that's one big thing. I don't want my daughter growing up going through trying to figure out money. Like, that's the biggest thing. Everybody's stressed on this whole world is money. That's why me and her mom was like, we're gonna sit down and save money for her. Even before she was born, like, and we still to this day still saving for her. And we don't touch it. Like, she gonna get it when she's 18. She gonna have a bank account, and it's gonna be split in 2 different ways. And she gonna get it when she's 18.
That's what's up. That's dope. See, I know, like, with us at least, we didn't really have like a father figure in our life until my mom got married to our stepdad, and it was really difficult growing up in that situation that we went through, because a lot of things happened like in that time frame that they were together, and we never like really expressed it or said anything about it until like later on in our life. But like even that stuff still affects you, I know for sure, but it like just me being there, and I feel like it affects me too, but not as big as it did you. But it's just crazy because I feel like even after that, like I think the only person in my life that I ever like seen as a father figure is my mom's friend Ox, or Leonard.
That's the only person I could say that was always just there. He would always pull up. You could always talk to, and he never fall out with mom. Like,
yeah, and it was like even when they weren't together, like he always like was still there. Like that man taught me how to drive. Like, but I don't know. It's definitely hard growing up in like, because it wasn't always a single parent household. But honestly, like if you ask me, I only had my mom. Like I only had my mom. Yeah.
I don't remember no father being there like at all, like helping like at all. Like, and if it was like Ron, and that's like the only person that could say even just lived like with us that long.
Yeah, because they were married. I knew him since we were like, I was 5 or something. Like that's 20 years of knowing a person. That's a long time. Like I've known him before his kids knew him.
I feel like mom just, I don't know. I ain't never talked to her about it or nothing, but like I just feel like she ain't want to get back in that deep, because that's real. She was deep, like that's deep, and there was so much behind curtains that she ain't know. Like,
she don't know or still don't know. And it's hard because sometimes it's hard to have those conversations with your parents, because it's like you don't want to blame them, but it's just like you want them to understand and you want them to like sympathize, I guess, with you. And it's just hard to have those conversations, because I know some things that I went through in my life. I didn't even tell mom until I was like damn near in high school. In high school, I lived with this information in my head for so many years, and I couldn't even tell my mom. Like I couldn't even go to her until I wrote my mom a letter. Like that's how it's crazy, because sometimes you just can't talk to your parents. But I know when I have kids, I'm definitely gonna make them feel comfortable enough to be like, Mom, like even if you go outside and scrape your toe, but you're gonna be mad and you don't want to tell your mom. Like I want my kids just to be like, Mom, this happened to me. Tell you, yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
No matter what.
It don't matter how. Even like with the situation, like you know how it was like my mom would come in, like there would just be animosity, like but nobody would say nothing.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be like with my daughter. If I feel that, be like, all right, what's going on? Like, we gonna sit down and talk this out.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. People don't talk. We just be like, We don't say
just
it.
keep going by, go sit in your room and be like, oh, they acting weird, so I'm gonna act weird back.
And then
I
problems.
don't even know what be going on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's so crazy. I don't even have. Wait, let's see. Oh, I guess I can say this. Do you think you were ready to have a kid?
did I think I was ready? No, I don't think I was ready, but I definitely got there. Like as soon as I had her, or as soon as like she's developing, we was trying. Like we was just trying. Like it took a lot. Like because we weren't ready. But it took a lot.
Yeah. I can only imagine because I don't want no kids for like 10 more years. Honestly.
I feel like I want more than like.
Yeah. For sure.
Our thing was though, we had a daughter. We would try for a son, and if it's another girl, then that's just it.
That's it.
That's it.
No, I think I was talking to Miami about it, my friend, and I was like telling her, I'm like, so Kareem had a girl, right? But I'm the only girl. So my mom had 5 boys and 1 daughter. And I was like, okay, so my brother, he had a daughter. So that means so that means I'm gonna have a son and I want a daughter. I'm like, dang. But I'll be happy regardless. So that's just funny. We only have 5 minutes left. I think we can wrap it up if you want to wrap it up, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
That was it. That's all.
Yeah, you got 30 minutes. Yeah, it was a short list, but I only got 30 minutes to record on the actual platform. But YouTube, we could talk forever.
I feel like we covered a lot. Just we didn't go too deep, like in like what's happening, like what's going on, like what people probably want to know. Like,
Well, you still got 4 minutes if you wanna get anything off your chest.
coming out of Pittsburgh, I feel like I want to talk about that, like, cause living in Pittsburgh, I feel like I was like a whole different Korean, like.
Sure.
Literally, like, all different, like, and then mom just kept coming to me, like, the situation that happened, and mom just kept coming to me, crying, and she kept telling me, get in the car, and driving me up to, like, a empty parking lot, just talking to me, crying, and at them times, I'm just like, mom, like, I'm cool, like, I'm out here, I'm straight, but in her head, she's just like, I can't lose another son. I can't do this. Like, you not about to do this. Like, and that clicked to me when we all got out here. That's why I just like, it was like, chill everything out, turned around, just got a job. Never had a job in Pittsburgh. Got out here, got a job. Had that first job for a whole year until I couldn't have it no more because I wasn't full time.
Yeah.
And I changed as a person. All different, like you're a whole different person.
Yeah, I definitely can see it because it's like 4 years since you've been here, or 5 years since you've been in Ohio. And literally, I think it was the best move. Like at the time, you probably didn't think it was the best move, but it was.
I think I cried the whole way out. Like I had a little girlfriend or something, and all these friends. Like my crib was literally the spot where you get off the bus and swear to God, there's 10, 15 people already in my crib. We smoking, rolling up, and all that. Like it was definitely the spot. It was so hard having to leave. Just all like that. Just cold turkey. Not even be able to say peace out to nobody, dap nobody up. It's just like everybody texting like, oh, where Kareem go? Like where you go? Like we ain't seen you in how long? Like oh, I'm moving. It's like dang. Like you ain't tell me.
Yeah.
Like
shit, I ain't even tell myself.
exactly.
Yeah, but I'm definitely, just being from the outside looking in, like I definitely think it was the best thing. Because seeing you now, like you're a whole different person, and I love that for you because it's like you're in a different headspace. Like you have a kid now. Like who would imagine? You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is just what your life is. These are the pages in your book. So it's like it's slowly building. And we only have a little bit of time left. So let me wrap it up on the podcast. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to my brother Bream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram at Yellowcouchtalk and at Shawynagraham. You can't follow him on social media because you're not allowed to. Psych. I don't think you have an Instagram, do you? Oh, well, I can't follow him anyway. But oh, that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll tune in next week. Hopefully, if I have an episode. Peace, guys. Okay, so for YouTube, I guess you have anything else you want to say? We can finish talking on YouTube, or you think you finished?
I would wrap that up for now because if I keep going, it's just going to get deeper and deeper.
Yeah. We can do a part 2. Shoot, I got a lot of time to. I'm not a lot of time, but I have a lot of episodes I can film. So we can definitely do a. Yeah. We'll do a part 2. We're gonna have different. Next time you need to have a subject, or you can just be like, I want to talk about this today. Yeah, so you can come in and we can. Yeah. Because literally some of my episodes of my podcast, I literally just be like, damn, I'm going through some shit today. Let me sit down and record this because that's the best time. And I've been wanting to tell stories on my podcast, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I have all these stories that I went through in life, but they not coming. They're not clicking right now. What's not clicking, Sean? But
as soon as I get to the crib, anything that comes to my head, even just throughout the whole day, tomorrow, I would just be like, hit it in my notes or something, write it down from the crib, and then have a list.
you have lists. Okay, so we'll definitely do a part 2 of this. So you guys stay tuned. You want to do the outro? You know how to do outros on YouTube?
Yeah, not to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Say what you want to say.
This been the Yellow Couch Talk with Krishana and Kareem.
Dude, don't say my government.
Scrap that. This been the Yellow Couch Talk.
Shauna.
This been the Yellow Couch Talk with Krishana.
It's okay. We can just
This been Yellow Couch Talk with Shauna and Kareem, and we out.
Peace.